What up, Cam Girlies? It's your best friend Gary Gabagool, host of Cam Girl Diaries Podcast, the only podcast where you can get tips and advice from actual cam girls with experience. This is no frills fucking advice and tips. So if you want to support the show, we do have a Patreon, patreon.com/Cam Girl Diaries with a Z. You can also get some exclusive perks that are only on our Patreon. But if you just want to, support the show, we appreciate it. So today, I want to talk about how to adjust when it's slow on cam. Now, there's some subjects that people have been asking me to talk about, and I really haven't had an opportunity to bring it up to any of the girls. So I figured we can do that by watching an experienced cam girl talk about it on YouTube. So today we got Paislee Haze. You can follow her on YouTube at Paislee Haze. She's a cam girl who has over 3.5 years experience, and she talks about how you can adjust when it's slow on cam, like what you do and all that good stuff. So let's just get right into it.
But I wanted to talk about today camming and maintaining a good attitude when you're doing a cam shift and it's slow, like surviving a slow cam shift, because that is not talked about. And I know I'm not the only cam girl that you'll be sitting on there for a couple hours until you're not making any tips that day, and it's so frustrating, and you feel lonely because no one's talking to you. Then you start feeling sad because no one's tipping you, and you're just like, oh, this is a cam day from hell.
Yeah, you definitely got to keep a good attitude during those times. Like, you got, it's all about fucking mental strength. If you don't got the mental strength for that, forget fucking doing live shows.
So I wanted to get on there and just kind of share some tips, since I have been doing it 3.5 years. What I do to keep a good attitude towards cam when it's not going the way that or even just the way that I planned it. Maybe I am getting tips. Maybe I did get a couple privates, but it's just not going the way that I wanted it to go. I'm not getting as much tips by a certain time frame,
Yeah,
which it can happen to the best of us.
Of course.
So I'm on cam. I kind of have this little pattern that I do when I am on cam.
Like what?
So I get on, and I feel like my first few minutes is greeting everyone, welcoming them into the room. Not that people don't come in and out throughout the whole time, but just get on there with a warm greeting. Hey guys, welcome to my show. It's your girl Paislee. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to have so much fun today. I hope I get to do lots of squirting. I hope I get to do this, blah, blah, blah. Get on there, talking, pumping up. Of course, I'm always on there in something cute and sexy.
Yeah, now just to expand on that, that's good for an intro. Now, some people well, who the fuck are you trying to tell us how to do live shows? I've been doing live shows for 10 years now. I had a successful podcast back in, 2015, 2016. It was a video podcast doing my character Pervert Pete. So I got the experience. So my point is, yes, that's perfect for an intro. Once you get on, you do your nice intro and all that, but also it's extremely important, and I don't see a lot of cam girls doing this. This is something that, YouTubers and Twitch streamers have been doing, forever. And that's every single time you see a new chatter or a new, someone new in the room. Now, as you grow and you get, you're getting fucking hundreds of people in your chat and everything in your stream, you're not going to be able to do it. But when you're smaller, you can, under maybe 50 to 100 people, you can point some out. You don't have to get everyone, but it's always good if you see someone, a new chatter or someone in your room and shit, always acknowledge them, just a simple, oh, what up, fucking cockface 69. That's what I do. I'd be like, oh shit, cockface 69, sookie. Just something simple like that, just to acknowledge them, because that tells them oh, they see I'm here, they're paying attention, and if you read, and it's always good to read chats. I know some cam girls do, but I think a lot more need to, and that's reading the chat. If someone types something in the chat, don't PM them. Don't fucking just write it. Say it, verbally say it. You know, if someone asks you a question or whatever, like how you know something as simple as "How's your day?" You know, fucking answer them. You know what I mean? Like interaction is so important for any kind of live streaming.
Sexy lingerie.
Personal, uh, personal acknowledgement.
And usually I'll have like my coffee or Red Bull then. So, you know, if we're starting our morning together, hey guys, are y'all are y'all a hot tea or coffee kind of dude? Or, you know, just kind of get people like engaging in my show. So then after that kind of settles in, I feel like I want to keep the people in my room, especially if they haven't tipped yet, just make it seem fun. So I get up and I typically do a little dancing, have some fun, groove around your room.
I've talked to girls that don't like dancing, so this is not required. If you don't, you're not comfortable dancing or you don't dance at all, don't worry about it. That's not, you know, it's not because trust me, no guy wants to see a girl awkwardly dance. You know, if you can't dance, don't even sweat it. There, you could do other stuff, even just talking. A lot of guys like just interacting with a hot girl, talking to a hot girl. You know, you happen to have your tits out, it's a plus. So, you know, don't feel like you have to dance.
Just really seem like you're enjoying the fuck out of yourself.
Yes.
And that it's
Yes.
so much fun. If they're not in your room right now, they are missing out.
That's exactly. Just even if you're just verbally talking, you know, you're not dancing, you know, look, just enjoy yourself. If you enjoy yourself and you're interacting with people, they're going to feel that energy. You know, they're gonna stay. They're gonna hang out. They're like, oh, this girl's talking to me. This girl's, you know, like that's what they want. You know, not just you know, I would think the majority.
So that's how I want the
Or the ones that are gonna be, you know, not just tipping you once, but are gonna be coming back. They want to get some type of personal relationship with you. And that's what you need to build on. Forget about the tipper, you know, the one-time tippers. Don't even sweat them. They're either gonna tip or they're not gonna tip. But it's the ones that, you know, that want to build a relationship with you. Not like a fucking, you know, like a cam girl to customer relationship. Those are who you want to, you know, that's who you're targeting.
guys to feel, because the guys will click out, you know, go look at somebody else, but I want them to be like, damn, am I missing something on Paislee's show? Like, I need to stay on Paislee's channel. When I do that, I notice like the guys will start tipping, and once the tips start coming in, say they're gonna tip me like 5 tokens at a time. Then I'll be like, oh my gosh, I know you want to see more. Like, I know you do. Like, let's get something off my tip menu and let's have some fun. And typically they'll get something. Or after I've danced and they say they haven't, I'll sit back down and then I'll start greeting everyone as they're coming in my room, like calling them out by name. And it might sound like it's obnoxious, but it's really not, because if you're giving them a nice warm welcome when they're entering their room, they're more likely to stay because they feel like you're being a little more personable with them.
100%. That's why I already said YouTubers and Twitch streamers have been doing this since the beginning of time. You know, like of course it's very important and people love it. They want to be a part of you. They want to be a part of, you know, like what you're doing. Make it feel personal.
And then I'll just like, oh, hey, how you doing today? And so when they ask me how I'm doing,
Oh my God, Paislee, I have to say. Now, if you're just listening to this, Paislee she's rolling a joint and like she's doing the video and rolling a joint. This is not how you do a fucking how-to video. No offense, Paislee. Great information, bad execution. Hopefully Paislee doesn't do this during live shows. Like if this is what you don't want to do during a live show, like fucking act like you're paying attention to someone and be doing something else. Do not do that. Like this, like what Paislee's doing. She should be just making the video. Instead, she's, you know, half-heartedly making the video while she does something else. It's not a big deal, but during a live show, it is. Always want to fucking don't be doing something else when you're acting like you're, you know, paying attention to someone. Like, yeah, oh yeah, that's great. Like fucking rolling a joint while like, you know, oh yeah, oh that's great, Dick Sucker 22. Great, yeah, yeah. You know, they don't fucking, and that'll fucking get them so disinterested.
I always say something fun and exciting that keeps them interested and wanting to listen to what I have to say. So that's like my little technique for keeping it, like keeping the room interesting.
Keeping it
And
real.
then after I notice if I've been talking for like 5 minutes, I'm like, oh my gosh, I know y'all are tired of hearing me talk. Let's have some real fun. And then,
Oh
you know,
shit.
try to get tips in that way. Try to see who wants a private show. Shouting out my socials. Hey guys, you're missing out if you're not following me on Snapchat. Oh my gosh, go right over. My Snapchat is Fans of Paislee. Ooh, don't forget to go on my Twitter too. It's Team Haze, bud. You know, like saying stuff like that throughout your show.
Yes.
Um,
Very important. Good job, Paislee.
And then typically by then somebody will take you private, somebody will tip for something. And then once you get out of the private show, just kind of start the process all over.
But if you don't get into a private, keep it going. Do not fucking, if you get in that mindset where you're like, oh shit, I should have gotten a fucking PM by now, and you get into that mindset, it's gonna fucking ruin your whole vibe. Just keep it fucking going. You know, eventually someone will PM you.
Okay, there are certain days where I do games, so I recommend finding
Games.
cam games that you like to play. Of course, a lot of the sites have their own little bots in there that you can use their games, but you can also be creative and think outside of the box. Like, I've had a couple friends that they have the spinning wheel, that they put prizes on the wheel, they spin it, you get the prizes.
That's a great idea.
So that's always fun. I don't personally have one, but I do know two girls that do, and I just know it makes it super fun. You can also
That's a great idea. Definitely. Yeah, always do fucking, if you can come up with fucking games to do and shit, you know, especially games that you can do like once a week or, you know, even once a day or something that people could look forward to, you know, checking out.
be like, okay, guys, only my high tippers today, or you can set a price to be like a fan favorite, or like a favorite fan. And so you can make cute little heart-shaped construction paper, like they like you to be crafty. Or you can get something already printed out, or just
Oh, no printed out. Do not get printed out shit. Guys love crafty bitches. So if you could do fucking crafts and shit, fuck it. Even if you can't, fucking, who can't do crafts? I mean, you know, do a fucking half-ass thing. I don't care, you know? Guys, for some reason, like crafts. Crafty bitches.
paper and put their names on the wall so that the other guys get jealous and they see those guys' name on the wall. They're like, how can I get my name on the wall? And then you're like, well, it's because these guys tipped me 1,000 tokens at one time, so they get their name on the wall.
That's a
And
great
then,
idea. I like
you know,
that.
and trick them in like that.
Whoa, trick them. You don't have to, that's not tricking them. I mean, shit. Who wouldn't want the fucking, their name on the fucking wall? Be like, oh shit, he did 1,000. I'm doing 1,500. I'm getting my name on the wall. They ain't tricking them. That's fucking, you know, that's them being a part of the show. You know, you're making it personal.
I've also played Mad Libs game.
Oh,
So
I
I'll
like
literally
that.
come up with a story and I'll leave like, I'll tell them if they need to put an adjective or verb or whatever, and I'll let them fill in the blank, and then I'll charge like really cheap for that one. So that might be like 10 tokens a word.
10 tokens a word. I don't know about the, you know, prices or anything. You can come up with that yourself, but that's a great idea, Mad Libs, because that's fun. You know, that's fun, joking around and shit. Definitely, that's a great idea. I like that. Mad Libs.
10, 20 tokens a word, and then, you know, at the end, then I'll read them a story and what everybody's picked, the words they picked, and it just be something so fun and like creative and stuff. But there's balloon games. Like, I've literally blown up balloons and like, and they like watching you do this process. So you can do this at the beginning of one of your shows. You're just sitting there blowing up balloons and putting little paper prizes, and then when they pop the balloon, you can read the prize off the paper and be like, oh, you won. So depending on what you do for your prizes is how much you're gonna determine how much you need to charge.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that.
Typically, I'll do like a day pass on my OnlyFans, a striptease, oil tits and ass,
Oh,
a fan sign. I mean, whatever you, jumping jacks, whatever you offer,
jumping
like put that in there. They pop the balloon, they get the prize that's inside, you
yeah,
know?
that's a good idea. That's a real good idea. I like that.
But yeah, there's several other games, and you can also be creative and come up with your own. I've seen girls painting on cam, painting their body, painting on a canvas, just painting.
That's a great idea. Painting. That's if you're painting. Uh, just throwing something out there, because what about like playing video games? You know, if you play Xbox or PC games, doing that, especially on Chaturbate, you can play games now. But you know, maybe bringing in, you know, chatters, you know, giving out your fucking, or making a fucking profile just for your camming, to play with customers and shit. They can tip you a certain amount and they get to play with you, and you can stream it.
People are having like movie nights on cam. Of course, you
Oh,
don't want to start off doing something like that because it's going to seem a little boring. But if you worked a good solid fan base and say y'all are all into like Disney movies, like maybe y'all watch or
okay.
Marvel movies, and maybe y'all watch these movies together on cam, and maybe she's naked and
That's a good idea, yeah. Or it doesn't even have to be movies. What about TV shows or old shows or whatever, TV, movies, or even YouTube videos. A lot of Twitch streamers watch YouTube videos with their fans, You could do the same thing as a cam girl, especially when it's slow and, just to and to, interact with your fucking regulars and all that good stuff.
you just gotta be creative and make your cam show seem interesting. One thing that I don't recommend doing
Oh, tell me. I'm all
is just getting on cam and just sitting there naked thinking guys are just gonna come and tip you. You'll get a few that will, but most guys are gonna come see you naked, bust their nut, and leave.
Exactly. I see that shit all the time. I think I've gone over this with every single person I've interviewed that do live camming. I cannot stand that. If you go on to Chaturbate at any time of the day, you will see certain cam girls that are just sitting there doing absolutely nothing. Now, maybe they're just, if you're just gonna sit there and do nothing, I would think it's better to just get offline because that only hurts you, I would think, because the girls that just sit there and do nothing, you always see they only have like two, three, four people in the room. They're sitting there doing nothing. You never see a cam girl that's doing nothing with hundreds or even thousands of viewers in there. Never. It never happens. I would think if you're just gonna sit there, you for whatever reason, you don't have the motivation, you don't feel like it, so you're just gonna sit there. You're better off to just get offline than to just sit there because I'm sure there's fucking guys that are flipping through and shit. They might see you sitting there doing nothing, and they're like, I'm never gonna fucking. Look at this bitch again. Fuck her. So like it's only gonna hurt you if you're just gonna sit there and do nothing.
So I feel like as a cam persona, you really want them to fall in love with you. What's gonna keep them, if you're on Cam Soda or Chatterbait or MyFreeCams or wherever you are, what is gonna make the guy want to stay in your room? Would you want to stay in your room if you're just sitting there?
Exactly. It's all about personality, all about personality. Of course, some, maybe it's not, I don't know, but I would think most of it, like, especially if you're going to get regulars, it's going to be your personality that they're interested in, because I mean, go on fucking Chatterbait. There's what, like 70 pages filled with, girls, you know, uh, say 40 of those pages are hot girls or girls that like are at the top of their genre. So it's all about personality. Oh yeah, bitches on their phone. Oh, like that. If you got to be on your phone, get offline.
No, you don't want to watch somebody do that shit. Like that looks boring
Exactly.
as fuck. So I feel like it's just things like that you got to think about that a lot of people don't think about. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I'm actually about to hop back on cam right now.
All right, great. Thanks, Paislee Haze. You can go check out Paislee Haze on YouTube. I'm pretty sure on her YouTube, all of her links are there. But it's Paislee Haze, youtube.com/Paislee Haze. Links in description, like I said. I'm sure you can find all of her links on her YouTube if you go to the About or any of her videos. But yeah, that's it. I mean, it's all about fucking personality. I think that's what we learned. It's all about personality. And even when it's slow, you gotta keep your personality up, because you never know who's gonna come in your room. And if it's just not happening, like you're having a slow cam day, get off there. Why waste time just sitting there? I, if you're gonna sit on cam, like literally just sit and do nothing, you're better off getting offline. There's no reason. There's no guys that are gonna fucking tip you or fucking become a fan of you if you're just sitting there with your legs crossed on the phone doing, not interacting, not doing anything, you're better off getting offline. You could be doing so much more. You could be promoting on social media. You could be shooting custom content that that people have paid for, or even making custom content to put on OnlyFans or Pornhub or something to promote yourself. Being on cam and doing nothing is the worst thing you can do, in my opinion. I think the opinion of most people, you know, you could be doing so much more. But yeah, that's it. I think uh, everything she said was excellent. Come up with games for like when it's slow, like before it even gets slow, have a little fucking arsenal of shit to go to, that if shit's slow, like, all right, shit's slow, all right, let's pull up this fucking game. Or shit's slow, all right, let's do some Mad Libs. Even if you only got like 6 viewers in there, if you're doing Mad Libs with them, like, you're interacting with those 6 people, the chances are those 6 people, they might actually become fans and want to see you again, because they're like, oh shit, you know, she does Mad Libs. That shit was fun. Guys want to fucking, they want that. And even if it's only 6 guys, that's 6 more guys that you didn't have yesterday. Sometimes you got to build slow. It's like my original YouTube channel. Like, it started out slow. I was getting 5 subscribers a day, and then, for my first few months on YouTube, I was getting about 5 subscribers a day. Maybe my first 6 months was about 5 subscribers a day, and then from 6 months to 12 months, it was about 10, 25 a day, and it just started growing from there till about a year and a half in, I was getting over 150 subscribers a day. And then shit just started rolling. But those first 6 months, if I would have fucking just been like, fuck it, I would have, because it's only 5 subscribers a day, that ain't shit. And how I did it was building little by little, always commenting. Every time fucking someone comments, I respond, I reply. I've done that my whole YouTube career. Like, even when I had over 100,000 subscribers, of course I couldn't reply to every comment, but I replied to as many as I could, you know. But in the beginning, absolutely, I replied to everyone, like, until it became unmanageable. Like, when I remember spending, 40 minutes just replying to people, just nonstop, just fucking replying. And I'd do that a few times a day until it just became, I couldn't do it anymore. But that's how I built my fan base up, and little by little, it was 5 subscribers at a time, every fucking day for the first 6 months. And then it started growing and growing and growing, and things, got there. But my point is, if I would have quit in those first 6 months, I would have never got to, where I got to. So, don't give up. Always fucking keep on trucking, man. Isn't that what they say in the 80s and shit? Keep on trucking, But yeah, things are slow. Fucking do some games. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you're not subscribed on YouTube, check us out on YouTube at Cam Girl Diaries. Our Instagram, Cam Girl Diaries with a Z. Same for Facebook, Cam Girl Diaries with a Z. And of course, if you want to support the show on Patreon, it's patreon.com/Cam Girl Diaries. If you just want to support the show, we appreciate it. If you want to get some extra perks and shit, we also appreciate that. And hopefully you appreciate the perks. So as always, I'm Gary Gabagool, and I'll check you later. Sookie Sookie, good luck fucking doing them live shows.